So, in the previous class, we discussed the general characteristic of acids and also classification of acids. Right? In the classification of acid, we started the different kind of classification. Right? What are those? On the basis of their strength and on the basis of the concentration and dilute. Okay. So about that we have studied in the last class, that is classification on the basis of origin. We discussed on the basis of origin. So what is that on the basis of origin? We come to know that inorganic and organic. What is that when we are going to say that organic and inorganic? Right? So whereas acid derived from living organisms, acids derived from living organisms are organic, right? Inorganic means what? The mineral. With the help of minerals, the acids which are derived by minerals, those are inorganic compounds. So we have discussed in the previous class, that is organic on the basis of origin, that are organic acids and inorganic acids. Organic and inorganic, also known as mineral. Okay, mineral acids. So here in a mineral acids or inorganic acids, mineral and inorganic acids. Example for organic acids, the acids which are derived from living organisms. Acids which are derived from living organisms. The example for that is almost all. The vinegar, acetic acid, citric acid, okay, animals or living organism, from plant product or animal product. Those are what we used to say that organic acids, right? And inorganic acid, here you can write them, citric acid. Okay, examples. These are what? Origin. And here inorganic, HCl, HNO3, H2SO4. These are all what we used to say that inorganic or mineral acids. Okay. Yes, this classification we discussed in the previous class. Now, next we will go to that. Next classification is on the basis of strength. The next classification is on the basis of strength. That is classification B. Classification on the basis of strength. You know that strength is what? Strength is what? Like strong acid and weak acid. How we are going to define that strength? On the basis of strong and weak, right? We used to define that strength means strong or weak. So here that on the basis of strength, they are classified as strong acid and weak acid. Then what is this strong acid? So here strong acid means acids which completely dissociate into ions. Right? Strong acid means acids which completely dissociates into ions. Where it is going to dissociate completely? In aqueous solution. In aqueous solutions. Right? So here strong acid is what? The acids which completely dissociates into ions in aqueous solution. when they are dissolving in an aqueous solution, they are going to completely dissociate like ions, cations and anions. We know that. What is the cation? The element which loses its electron. Those are what we used to say that cations. Which gains the electron. Those are anion. So here in the strong acid, the acids which completely dissociates into ions in aqueous solution. Then what are those examples? So here example, let us consider hydrochloric acid. When this hydrochloric acid dissociates into aqueous solution, it is going to differ H plus Cl minus. It going to completely dissociate. What it means completely dissociation? It means that let us consider, I am going to consider 10 mole of the HCl, 10 molecules of HCl is taken, and when it is dissolved in a solution, aqueous means obviously water we are going to dissolve, then here the almost, here also it is in 10 and here also it is in 10, equally it is going to be, so that nothing is going to remain, no H plus, no Cl minus. How much HCl is going to take? It is completely dissolving and going to form its ions. It is just I am giving that to understand. Completeness means, complete dissociation means, if I have taken the 10 molecule, the H and Cl, the H plus ion and Cl minus ion is going to form. That is what we used to say that complete dissociation. Nothing is going to remain either H plus or Cl minus. It is going to complete dissociation to form their ions, cation and anion. Okay. So some more example. Like the same thing we can give this all are H2SO4 answer 2H plus and SO4 minus, right, and HNO3. When it completely dissociates, here H plus and NO3 minus. So these are cation and anion. The complete dissociation takes place to form ions, right? Acids which completely dissociates into ions in aqueous solution. So this type of acids we used to say that strong acids. Then what are weak acids? The second classification is weak acid. Is the same here. If it is going to complete dissociation in aqueous solution, the acids which do not dissociate completely in aqueous solution. Okay, these are the acids which are not going to dissociate completely in an aqueous solution. Means partially dissociation. Do not dissociate means what? Here dissociate completely means we can consider here partially dissociate into ions. Okay, which partially dissociate into ions. Okay, they are going to partially dissociate into ions. Then, can you give example here? Can you give example? Weak acids, right? Carbonic acid, acetic acid. The weak acids are carbonic acid and acetic acid. That is CH3COOH. Right? Okay, once it gets dissociated, so here it is going to dissociate partially, not completely. How we are going to write here? It is we are going to write CH3CO minus plus H plus. Okay, so whereas some amount of either H plus and O, later what happens? This H plus again will combine with the CH3CO. That's the reason here in weak acids we used to call these weak acids because they are partially dissociating into ions. They are partially dissociating into ions. The example, another example you can consider that is carboxylic acid, H2CO3. H2CO3. It is a carboxylic acid. You can write here below acetic acid. It is a, just a minute. You can write name also here. CH3COH is what? It is a acetic acid. And take another example, that is H2CO3. What is this H2CO3? H2CO3 is a carboxylic acid. H2CO3 is what? Is a, sorry, carbonic acid, not carboxylic, is carbonic acid. Okay. So here, when it dissociates, again CO3 minus and 2H plus CO3 minus and plus 2H. So here again what happens? This H plus is going to, the ionization takes place. That's the reason they are not completely, they are going to not dissociating. They are partially dissociating. That's the reason these acids are known as weak acids. Yes? Got it? Okay. Then next we'll move to that. On the basis of concentration. Okay? Classification on the basis of concentration. So here, what is this concentration? We had that concentrated acid, diluted acid, that is what we used to say, that concentration. How much the acid is going to be considered in a concentrated or diluted, that what we are going to say, that is what we used to say, basis of concentration. On the basis of concentration. On the basis of concentration, these are classified as concentrated acid and dilute acid. So here, concentrated acids classified, that is concentrated acid. Okay. What are these concentrated acids? What are these concentrated acids? Right? Okay. Concentrated acids means acids having high percentage of acid in aqueous solution. High percentage of acid. High percentage of acid in aqueous solution. Okay. When the aqueous solution is prepared, then an acid percentage will be high. Such type of acids are known as concentrated acids. When they are going to, then aqueous solution is prepared, during the aqueous solution, the acidic nature of that solution, the acid percentage will be high. Such acids are known as concentrated acid. Then the second type of this concentration is based on, what is that? It is dilute acid. Right? Second type, that is dilute acid. So here, in dilute acid, low percentage of acid in aqueous solution. Low percentage of acid in aqueous solution. Okay, low percentage. So when that aqueous solution is prepared, in that aqueous solution, the acid percentage will be low. So such acids are known as diluted acid. So concentrated acid, high percentage of acid in aqueous solution. Dilute acid, low percentage of acid in aqueous solution. And here, this dilution of acid depends on content, whereas the strength of an acid depends on the extent of dissociation of the acid in solution. So we know that weak acid and strong acid we discussed, right? The strength. In that, the how much dilution is going to take place, that's also depend. So here only we said that diluted means the low percentage of acid in aqueous solution and concentrated. Here it is doesn't matter because it always concentrated means high percentage. But in dilute, it depends on the how much extent that solution is going to be prepared. So whether is it a weak acid is going to be dilute or strong acid is going to be dilute, that matters. So here it depends on that strength of the acid where the dilution. So here first we will consider in that dilute acid, a weak acid remains weak acid even if it is concentrated. Okay. So here when we are diluting the weak acid, it remains weak acid only. We can't say it in a strong acid. Okay. Weak acid remains weak acid only even though if it is concentrated. Okay. So that is what here. Take down. A weak acid remains weak acid even if it is concentrated, because here it dissociates to a small extent to produce a low concentration of hydrogen ions. When it is going to dilute, that time we can write here weak acid. The 2 points we are going to discuss in the dilution. Okay, before that I will write dilution of acid depend on the content. Here I know dilution of the acid depend on dilution of acid depends on the content whereas the strength of an acid depends on the extent of dissociation of the acid in solution. Okay. So here the dilute acid, low percentage of acid in aqueous solution. Dilution of the acid depends on the content, whereas the strength of an acid depends on the extent of dissociation of the acid in solution. So that is what is the statement tells us. So that is a weak acid remains. The first one, weak acid remains weak acid even if it is concentrated. Means weak acid even if it is concentrated. Because the reason behind this is what? Because here the dissociation to a small extent as well as low concentration of hydrogen ion is going to be formed. So reason behind that is because it dissociates to a small extent. It dissociates into small extent. It dissociates into small extent and produces low concentration low concentration produces low concentration of hydrogen ion. Concentration of hydrogen ion. In bracket we can write H plus. Okay. So here what it is? A weak acid, right? So what is that? Weak acid remains weak acid even if it is concentrated. Okay, because the reason behind that, it dissociates into small extent and produces low concentration of hydrogen ion. Then what about strong acid? What about the strong acid here? That also remains strong acid. Okay, so shall I write up here? So here strong acid also, when it is going to be in a dilution, dissociation, a strong acid remains strong acid even if it is dilute. Even if it is dilute. Okay. Strong acid. Okay. Strong acid remains strong acid, okay, even if it is diluted. Okay, even if it is diluted. So strong acid remains strong acid even if it is diluted. Okay, so the reason behind this is it dissociates to a large extent because it dissociates into large extent and produces high concentration of large extent and produces high concentration of which ion? High concentration of hydrogen ion. We know that for acid there is a H plus ion, okay, of H plus ion of hydrogen. Okay. So here on the basis of concentration, again 2 points we have to remember. What are those? One is on the basis of concentrated and diluted we studied. Okay. So here diluted and concentrated, again we have to, even though if we consider the weak acid is concentrated, it remains weak acid only. It is not going to turn as a strong acid. So here the same way, if the strong acid is going to be taken for the dilution purpose, that also it remains a strong acid. The reason behind that is when strong acid is diluted, it remains strong acid because there is a large extent of dissociation takes place and it is going to produce hydrogen ion. And here in concentration, if we consider the weak acid is going to be concentrated, it remains a weak acid only because the dissociation of the process, dissociation is very small extent and it is going to produce hydrogen plus. That's the reason here strong acid and weak acids we study. Strong acid means what? The acids which completely dissociate to form ions, right? And weak acid, they are going to partially dissociation. That's the reason even if we are going to concentrate, there remains weak acids only. If strong acids are going to be dilute, there remains strong acids. This is what another classification of acids. Okay. Then the last classification of acid is on the basis of number of hydrogen ions. On the basis of number of hydrogen ions. Okay. That classification we'll discuss in the next class. Now we will discuss, if do you have any doubts regarding this concept, you are free to ask.